What is up, everybody, and welcome once again to the Unrelated Sports Podcast. I'm Andy McConnell, he is Cody Allstat, and neither of us were on the People Magazine's Sexiest Man list. So
Shocking.
I'm sorry. I know, I'm disappointed, Cody. I really thought we had a chance.
top podcasters, maybe the sexiest podcasters of all time.
No, I think that's still the Kelsey brothers, so I don't even think we can do that either. But no, stupid Glenn Powell. He's getting everything now, but... How are you doing, kind sir?
I'm doing good. Had a better football weekend than normal, so it was good.
Good. My football weekend was, I guess the only good thing is that Indiana won again.
Yeah.
10-0.
Yeah, looked a little dicey at the end, but they pulled her off.
Hey, they beat Michigan.
Yeah,
a team that
fun.
Normally they don't beat at all. So
right.
We'll take it. That was the good of the weekend. Before I dive into the bad, what did you had a good weekend? You said?
Yeah, I went to my friend Scott Biederman and his family. Him and his 5 kids.
Ooh,
I don't know if that's
rawr.
My son playing with the dinosaur or the dog stepped on it.
It's coming to life.
Toy Story is real.
Yeah.
Went to Scott and his wife Mary, and then he has kids. Will, soccer star. He's getting ready to do some Iowa tryouts. Then he's got Benji, who just finished up his 5th grade football season. I believe his daughter Addie, she is also starting soccer, or she's been playing a little soccer. And then Theo, who's a little terror, awesome kid. And Beckett. He just turned 2 or just about 2. Anyway, he's growing like a weed too. So
Nice.
With 4 older siblings, I'm sure he's roaring to catch up with them. So
Nice. That's nice.
It was a fun weekend.
Good. Mine was fun till it wasn't. Big football weekend, also very big racing weekend. It was NASCAR championship weekend across the board. The weekend kind of started off kind of sad, though. NASCAR legend Bobby Allison passed away at 85, 86.
Okay.
On Thursday night. 85 career wins. Just actually got awarded his 85th win like a month ago. Because when so long story short, when Bobby was competing, like, the car that he was driving wasn't actually a NASCAR Cup Series car. It was like I believe a series below, and he beat all the Cup guys. So they never awarded him with the victory until, like, I don't know, 50, 40 years later, however many years later.
Wow.
So
that's cool.
But yeah, the Allisons are synonymous with NASCAR. A lot of good, a lot of heartbreak, because unfortunately, Bobby's 2 sons, Davey and Clifford, both passed away on racetracks, near racetracks. Clifford passed away during a testing accident at Michigan, and then Davey passed away in a helicopter accident at Talladega. So I guess the only solace, the whole family's back together now, and I don't know, yeah, just really good racer, really good guy, and also involved in one of the most famous fights in NASCAR history in the 79 Daytona 500, where him and his brother Donnie were fighting Cale Yarborough. All because Donnie and Cale wrecked on the last lap of the Daytona 500, battling for the win. Yeah, and
then his boy Davey was my favorite NASCAR driver before I became a Mark Martin fan, and Ernie Irvan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Ernie then took over the
Halloween 28.
Yeah. So yeah, heck of a life from Mr. Allison. So then fast forward to Friday. Friday was the Truck Series Championship, which Ty Majeski from Seymour, Wisconsin, got his first career championship. Pretty cool. Wednesday night, it's like a Midwest theme, at least for the first 2 nights, because Saturday night, Justin Allgaier, who basically he's been like the Mark Martin of the NASCAR Xfinity Series, used to be the Busch Series back in the day, where he just always the bridesmaid, never the bride. And on Saturday, despite trying to throw away a chance at a championship multiple times, Allgaier got it done and got his first career championship, and it was You know it's a big deal when guys who aren't even in the race, like Cup Series guys who aren't even affiliated with like a Chevy team or whatever, are going up to congratulate you afterward, like in victory lane.
Kind of like what happened when Dale Earnhardt won the Daytona 500, where there's just a huge line of like everybody was congratulating him.
Yep, the whole every man on every crew. Yeah, it was quite similar. Like and even the guys that lost the championship, like they were disappointed, but they were also like kudos to Justin.
Good for him.
He's put I think
if it wasn't me, I'm glad it's him type of.
Yeah, basically. And then we got to Sunday, where I hate life, where my driver Ryan Blaney, going for his back-to-back championships, arguably had the best car at Phoenix, and he got beat by his teammate Joey Logano by about a car length or two. And yeah, this is why I will always say I'd rather have my driver or team get beaten by a lot compared to a little, or I would just not rather make the championship or make the playoffs if it's just going to mean that. Like in all honesty, if your Dolphins made the Super Bowl and lost in would you rather have them lose in heartbreaking fashion, or like in a close game, or get blown out?
I mean, it would make it easier if it's a blowout, really.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you're not thinking of like the 92 different things that of what
could have, should have.
Driver.
It's like could have, should have. They just got decimated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say, kudos to Joey. This is his third career championship, and he's only the 10th guy to win at least 3 championships. So it kind of puts him in kind of a elite tier. Yeah. And he's only 34 years old, so he still has plenty of time left.
Crazy because he's not a name I hear a lot. I mean, I don't follow it closely, but like your Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, Mark Martin, like those names without following it, I knew. Joey Logano, I've heard of, I guess, but that might be mostly from you.
Yeah, that's also the problem with separate problem of NASCAR. It does a horrible job of marketing their stars. That's in all honesty. But yeah, kudos to Joey. And I will say also, so like when Joey was first coming up through the NASCAR ranks, I believe it was Mark Martin that actually dubbed him as the greatest thing since sliced bread. So that was like his nickname coming up. And, well, it's kind of panned out by winning 3 championships.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
So, yeah, that part was awesome, but I don't care. I was sad and angered at about 5 o'clock on Sunday night. It was not good.
I'm glad.
Thanks, Cody. Now, Cody, I need you to explain something to me. How can somebody go to the NFL and then come back to college wrestling?
That is a good point. That is a very good point.
I don't get
it. So, that is a very good. I didn't really think about that, but that brings us to college wrestling update. 2-time NCAA champ, one-time Olympic champ.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
Dan Hodge trophy winning. Gable Steveson of Minnesota has announced that he is coming back for his 5th and final year of eligibility, 2 years after he last wrestled. Since then, he has been in the WWE for probably about a year. And then he tried out for the Buffalo Bills or made their practice squad. Or no, I don't know if he went through training camp and all that through this year. He got cut, and I don't think he ever picked up anything with since then. But it says he has announced today that he is coming back for 1 more year of eligibility in college wrestling. So it's crazy. Yeah, like Andy said, he's been a professional athlete.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the NCAA actually allowed that, but maybe it's just with the new age of the NIL stuff where guys can make money. In other words, you're allowed to come back, I guess.
Yeah, because it used to be if you did WWE, you were never going to come back to college wrestling, and somehow, some way, and I know from the forums, the internet that I've been, like the college wrestling forums that I've seen, A lot of Penn State fans not very happy about it because their heavyweight, Greg Kirk-Follett, was favorite to win, and I think he just became favorite to get second.
Oh, poor Penn State.
So, yeah, I mean, they're still
said no one ever.
Walk away with the NCAA championship easily, but they're number one. Hawkeyes will be number two. Their season has kicked off. They've had two meets so far. They opened their season off against Oregon State. And then they wrestled Stanford last weekend. They blew both of them out, but they've had some losses in some matches. I know Nelson Brands wrestled his first match this week at 174, which is crazy. I thought he was going to be our 184, and Gabe Arnold would be 74, but flip it and reverse it. I mean, there's still things to work out there anyway. There's still a couple more wrestlers that could be competing for 74, 84. Like, I think there's 4 guys for those 2 spots that'll be competing to see what the final lineup is with Angelo Ferrari, younger brother of AJ Ferrari, who's wrestling at Cal State Bakersfield. He had a big win over number 5 ranked guy in the country. Can't remember his name. But yeah, I had a couple big losses, which Drake Ayala, he went up to 133. He was the second. He finished second last year at 125, and he went up to 133 this year. He lost 9 to, I don't remember what the score was, to the 133 from runner from Stanford, who's Anthony Knox, who's a good wrestler. And I will say, like, Drake looked like the better wrestler in my eyes, but he just kind of overdid some things or didn't finish, and Knox responded, and he won the match fair and square. And that one doesn't really worry me that much because Drake has been known to take some losses, but then when it comes to tournament time, he's a lot better. Gabe Arnold had a really nice win. Nelson Brands kind of surprised me. He lost to somebody he shouldn't have, but the Ryder Block from Waverly Shellrock wrestled for Iowa at he's our 141 pounder. He's had his first 2 matches, and it's a lot. College wrestling's a lot different than high school. He had 1 loss in high school, and that was to Drake Ayala his sophomore year when Drake was a senior. This is his redshirt freshman year here, and it's going to take some time to get used to it. It'll be interesting to see if he catches up or gets left behind. It's on him, I guess. The competition is a lot greater. Let's see there. The match of the day, this last weekend, was Hunter Garvin of Stanford. He's from Iowa City, I believe. He is the number 6 ranked. I think he's a freshman or sophomore, redshirt freshman, maybe for Stanford. He is a stud. Ranked number 6 or 7. He came out and took it to Michael Caliendo of Iowa, who finished 3rd last year. He's ranked 2nd going into this year. He was up 9-2 at the end of the first period. Garvin was. And then Caliendo came back with authority and won, I think it was 17-12.
Oh, shoot.
So I was worried. And Hunter the thing is, Hunter Garvin's only going to get better too. So, like, he's gonna be a stud for Stanford, but Caliendo showed why he's one of the best wrestlers in the country right now. So that was fun to see. There's a lot to be excited about for the Hawkeyes, and it'll be fun to watch how the season pans out, especially like I said that for 174 and 184 are the two weights that Iowa has a little question marks. It's not like who do they get to it. It's which one of these guys. They've got Patrick Kennedy, who's he's a under 23 world medalist so he's a stud. They've got Angelo Ferrari, who's number one recruit in the country last year. They have obviously Gabe Arnold, who's top recruit, one of the top recruits in the country, and then they have Nelson Brands, who, I mean, he's been a NCAA All-American 2 or 3 times. So they've got 4 guys all vying for 2 spots, and it's a good problem to have. But there's going to be at least one good wrestler left out, and one hopefully redshirt. I'm hoping Angelo takes a year of redshirting. I'm sure he'll get a couple. They can wrestle 5 meets. Hopefully he redshirts and comes back really strong next year. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all pans out.
Okay.
And then at 97, Stephen Buchanan had a really good match against the Stanford's number 5 guy. Stephen Buchanan is ranked number 1, depending on which poll you're looking at. And he took it to him pretty good. It was a fun match that Buchanan won. So yeah, and like I said, I know that Marcus Blaze, who's a big time recruit. I think he's, depending on which board you're looking at, he's either 1, 2, or 3 pick recruit in the country right now. He's making his decision tomorrow of which college he goes to. This is a guy that placed like 3rd in the senior level in the nation for Olympic trials. Like, he beat out some like Olympic placers. He beat out world medalists to get 3rd in the United States. So like, and this is senior level, and he's a college or high school junior. Maybe this year. So very good wrestler. He's making his commitment tomorrow, I believe. Unfortunately, Iowa is not one of the schools that was in his final 3. It was Ohio State, which is his home state, Penn State, or Purdue. So
does Purdue have a good wrestling program, or
up and coming? I think I would say, because like the guy that beat Spencer Lee a couple years ago in the he went to Purdue. Matt Ramos. He goes to, and he's a higher ranked wrestler. I mean, I don't know who I'd they're Florida of the SEC. You know, like they're a middle SEC team, but they're in the best conference in the country for the sport.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
no, that makes sense. I got you. And then let's see, college basketball season just tipped off. Like the last couple weeks, it's been good. Let's see, the Iowa women actually didn't look. They had a big win over Virginia Tech on Sunday.
Yeah,
they're playing like a neutral site game in Charlotte, so that was good. One of the new transfers that they got, Lucy Olson from Villanova, she gets buckets. Buckets.
She's like one of the top ranked players in the country, like, right? I mean, if not.
Well, last year she was number 3 in the nation in scoring, behind Juju Watkins was 2, and who in the heck was 1? I think Caitlin.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. She's kind of good, I guess. She's also going to be golfing this weekend in a pro-am.
I did see that.
Or I think it's tomorrow.
She's playing with
Nelly Korda and Annika Sorenstam.
Oh wow,
But I mean, I guess she doesn't have range at all. I mean, it's not like she's good or anything. I did see today that her one goal is just to make sure. Yeah, her goal is just to make sure that she doesn't hit anybody. I did see.
Nice.
Which is good, because getting pegged by a golf ball would not be fun.
Oh, that would hurt.
Have you ever got pegged by one?
Nope.
Okay, that's good. I thought I
Have
was going to
you?
hit you a couple times. No. I
Oh,
actually came close once. Not that fast. Ray just messed up when he was teeing off once. I think it was Ray. And we almost died. But, no, not like that.
it would not. It would not be good.
No. Let's see. NBA starting their in-season tournament shenanigans. Good for them. I got nothing on. It's the NBA.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
Hey, is it good if your hockey team scores 6 goals in the first period?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because Dallas did that yesterday against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
Nice.
That was fun. That was very fun.
I think I saw Florida lost today.
Yeah,
not word.
I don't know. My Stars have just lost like 2 or 3 in a row, so then they finally got a win. So it's like we'll be fine. We will be fine.
It's a long season.
Yeah.
82 games, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you have a Wrexham update for us? Our weekly
Wrexham
update.
They won their last Saturday. On Saturday, they won their regular season game, basically. So they kind of got back on the winning track there. 1-0, still in third place in the on the table. So
Okay.
as of right now, they'd be playing in a playoff to get promoted.
But, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So, Cody, speaking of football and playoff, do you want to talk about football?
I thought you'd never ask.
Okay, well, today on this Tuesday, November 12th, we have the second 12-team college football playoff projection. The rankings came out today, and my beloved Indiana Hoosiers are number 5. Words I can't believe I'm still saying as that's going on.
10 win.
Yeah, first time in program history. This is weird.
2 games left to play regular season.
I know.
Who do they have left?
Ohio State after the bye. That's at the Horseshoe. That should be fun. And then Purdue, the battle for the old Oaken Bucket, the longest standing college football trophy game.
Awesome.
So, and considering how awful Purdue has played, what's going to probably happen is Indiana's going to lose to Ohio State, and then we're going to lose to Purdue and get knocked out of the playoff that way. That's what's going to happen.
That's the optimism I want to see.
And you know me, I'm usually insanely optimistic. And
you are usually. Just Indiana's probably the place you aren't.
Indiana football this is weird. I mean, they were favored over Michigan, and they still won. They didn't cover, but they won. By the way, Christian, Army, first half cover, never a doubt.
Except for the week before.
Except for the week before, but we digress on that.
It was close, wasn't it? It was 3.5, and they were up by 4.
Yeah, and I was watching it on Bad Beats this morning, and it was close. It was really close. But you know what's cool? So, Cody, before the year started, who was by far and away the best conference in America? At least according to the pundits.
SEC.
Well, what if I told you right now that the Big Ten has 4 of the top 5 teams in the college football playoff rankings?
That's insane, especially with the fact that Indiana's one of them. That is crazy.
Yeah. Still,
and
never would guess that in a million
it's
years.
I'm guessing it's one of the long-standing SEC teams. That's the one that's in the top 5.
Yeah, let's see. It's no, Bama's got beat too much. They did a big win at LSU. Very big win. I mean, Jade Miller went off. I mean, it's probably Georgia. I mean, they've been great. Oh wait, no, they got beat by Ole Miss. Cool. So I guess
hook 'em.
Thank you, Quinn Ewers. I don't.
He's good.
Apparently his DMs are open. Or he's been trying to slide into DMs. But yeah, Texas, I think they are still the best or the second best team in the country. I really do. I just think they if you match them up against anybody not named Georgia, I think they win. Like, I think Georgia's just a bad matchup for them, even if they have to play again.
Yeah.
But
I can see that.
Yeah, but no, they look good. BYU has moved into the top 6. They're the last Big 12 undefeated team because Iowa State has they're bad the last 2 weeks.
Imploded.
And now they're not ranked anymore.
Oh, did they fall out of the rankings?
Yeah, they're out of the top 25. Well, when you lose to like a 2 or 3-1 Kansas team, that's not going to help.
Yeah. Kansas is not a good loss to have on your resume.
And speaking of not good losses, I have their rankings up on my TV right now. How in the heck is Notre Dame at 9 when they lost at home to Northern Illinois?
They have
You want to explain that to me?
Yeah, they're named Notre Dame.
While Boise State is number 12, and their one loss was a tight game at Oregon, at the Autzen Zoo. I don't get it. I don't get it one bit. That's why, in all honesty, I was waiting for Indiana to be ranked below Tennessee in the rankings, just because I. And then, I guess the other big upset of the weekend, Miami finally, the clock finally struck midnight. They used up all their 9 lives.
Yes. The sad thing is, I did not believe it was going to happen, just because they've had so many lucky breaks this year. I don't know.
I know.
Like, you make your own luck, but
yeah,
Cam
Ward still didn't play bad. Like, if you look at his numbers, they were actually still good. But
they had opportunities to come back.
Yeah. I mean, kudos to Georgia Tech. I still do think, though, that Heisman should go to Ashton Genty, and then everybody else is fighting for second right now.
I agree. I believe that. I know that they have Travis Hunter as the favorite right now, but I think that's just more because he is playing both ways than what he's doing both ways.
Yeah, and it's not like he's being. I mean, defensively he's doing good. I mean, he's not getting thrown at a lot, so I will say I think he's a better corner than he is a wideout. But like he's putting up average wideout numbers, if that.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah,
and also it's just you're right though. It's also just being at Colorado now that they're starting to turn the tide a little bit. And I mean,
are they top?
I know they're top 12. I think they're 20? Maybe 16th, something like that. I don't know the exact. I only have the top 12 on the screen here, but they have a chance to win the Big 12, like make it to the Big 12 title game, then win the Big 12, and that'll probably put them into CFP playoff.
Yeah.
I really just want to see what happens if Army beats Notre Dame in a couple weeks, because Army's only 23rd.
That'd be so much fun.
Like, there is a slight chance we could have an undefeated Army team get left out of the college football playoff.
That would be ridiculous.
I know it would. I would hate it.
Yeah.
So we just got to root for Army to take care of business against Navy, or against Notre Dame and then against Navy once or twice.
I will
play twice.
I'm gonna let you know that I will cheer for them over Notre Dame every time, and I would cheer for the Army over Navy every time. Like, this just
go Army beat Navy.
Always.
So we talked about Iowa State, since we are based here in Iowa. We talked about Iowa State. They're bad. Iowa, they're bad.
Also bad. Very bad. Not good.
They're never going to want to play in the Rose Bowl ever again.
No, that was ugly. I mean, their best offensive drive came from their linebacker as quarterback.
Yeah, scout team linebacker. Yeah,
scout team linebacker. I mean,
that's good, right?
Ugly.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, UCLA rushed for more yards than McCaffrey did in the Rose Bowl. It was not. I mean, no, McCaffrey just one. It was just a one man show in the Rose Bowl, but still.
If like Iowa had one of the leading rushing attacks going into that game, and UCLA had the worst, or one of the worst.
Yeah, like bottom 4, basically.
And they ran the ball all over Iowa, and Iowa didn't do a thing.
No, Iowa's tackling effort was brought to you by Charmin Ultra Soft, because it was bad.
It was really bad.
Really bad. But hey, don't worry. McNamara might be starting again, potentially, so that's good. Everything's great.
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
I did see their offensive coordinator said basically that they will look at every position in the NIL this offseason. So
cool. They did that with quarterback too last year. How'd that work?
Great. Yeah. So I'll still say Sullivan's better than McNamara, but
yeah, it's not. But
not much.
It was weird. It was weird. Sullivan didn't look like he wanted to run as much. Even the design runs weren't great. I don't know. It was. I
think there's some kind of injury, like just holding him off. I mean, I know he is injured, but
yeah. But yeah, it's just It's that kind of a year for Iowa football. Ferentz should take a page from Mark Farley's playbook and just retire after this year.
That'd be great.
Because Mark Farley, UNI's head coach, is going to be doing that. He announced that. Yeah, he'll be retiring after next weekend's game. Because I think, I could be wrong, maybe it was one of those retired or get fired. Because UNI started the year 2-0. They have lost 8 straight.
That's what you want.
That's bad.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they just need a whole new regime, whole new culture change, at least in the football.
Is this weekend the game you're going to? Is it?
Nope, next weekend. Next weekend. So that'll be fun. But yeah, it's not a good weekend for Iowa schools. Not a good weekend at all. However, a great weekend to be an Indiana Hoosier fan.
Did you see how bad of a weekend it was in Florida for Florida fans?
It was, with the exception of one team, Cody.
The Miami Dolphins. Miami has the Dolphins. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, we'll work our way backward because I actually do want to talk about the Thursday night game last. Yeah. Because that was awesome.
Oh, that makes sense.
But
Miami came out and actually that first drive, I mean, I thought, oh God, they're gonna be looking like they were playing Denver last year.
Yeah.
It slowed down considerably, but Miami took it to the Rams, beat them 25-13. No, I'm sorry, 25-16. So they've kicked that extra.
It wasn't 17. Yeah, it was an 18-point game.
Yeah.
But yeah, kudos to Miami. That was a big win. I will say Tua did try to get himself killed again. They actually did look like they had success passing the football more than they did rushing.
Yes.
Just my opinion.
For some reason, they kind of 23-15. I don't know what I'm smoking.
Okay. Must have the good stuff.
Yeah. Tua looked good. I know people like to say he's a one-read quarterback, but he had a little bit of time sometimes, and he went through his progressions really well. And his pocket presence looked back like he was playing at Alabama. Like his ability to move around in the pocket and make things happen was fantastic.
Well, that play where he evaded a couple of rushers, stepped up in the pocket, rolled left, and tiptoed the line of scrimmage, and then found who was a Waddle on the left sideline.
Yep. That was nice. Beautiful. And then when he did it again for OBJ later in the game, that was beautiful. He took a couple bad sacks. But somebody's like, oh, they should have rolled out and threw it away. Like, somebody's right there. You don't have time to roll out. You either take the sack or you fumble the ball trying to make something happen. Like, there's not.
The one I will say, I think it was actually the one that he fumbled on. Like, where left-handed quarterback and he was already rolling left. I think he could have ran just a little bit more and probably could have thrown that ball away because he had a lineman chase. I think he could outrun the lineman. Yes. Just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I agree on that one. That fumble, that sucked. But there was one that I think he ran backwards a little bit and got sacked. There was nowhere to run, and then you have to make it past you have to throw the ball past the line of scrimmage like that.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look across on the other sideline, Matt Stafford was getting every living daylights kicked out of him. I mean,
yeah, he took some really bad sacks also. Chop Robinson, Dolphins' first round pick of this year from Pedo State. He's looked like he has an elite off the ball. He moves so quick off the snap of the ball. It reminds me of another Dolphin that went to Pedo State, which is Cam Wake, where it almost looked like he
went to Penn State.
Pedo State, yep.
Yeah, okay. Did not know that.
Yep. I know a lot of teams would always say he looks like he's jumping the snap, but it was just that quick off of it because he was. And Chop Robinson, that is one thing he has, and it felt like all season he's been getting better and getting so close to sacks. Well, the last 2 weeks he's had one, and he had 6 pressures last night.
Okay.
1 sack. He looked really good. And he's the one jersey that I need to buy because his His last name is my wife's maiden name, so I need
Oh,
to get
that's
her
pretty.
that. I need to get her that jersey.
Now, quick question for you: do you remember what time of the year when Miami played Tennessee on that Monday nighter? Like, was that in December or was that like late November? So we can both agree that's probably when Miami's season really started to go down the tube, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you think there's
Took
any
a really
way
bad loss?
You think there's any way having a big road win now, maybe it can do the opposite?
I'm really hoping so. They have a favorable schedule. Coming forward. I mean, they have
minus in 2 weeks.
Whatever. But I knew you were going to say something, but they have to play the Jets twice still. The Jets are reeling.
I thought they were
the
good.
Browns. They play the Browns. They play Vegas this week. They play New England again. So they have a lot of very winnable games on their schedule. And 9 wins is going to get. I mean, with the AFC the way it is right now, 9 wins is probably going to get you a wild card spot.
Yeah.
Does Miami's right around there? I think they're.
Yeah, because I'm looking right now.
Got three wins right now. They're a game and a half out of 7th wild card spot.
Yeah, because Denver's 5-5.
Yeah.
And now, granted, Denver should have won this week. We'll get into that after a little bit. And I mean, the Chargers are 6-3, but they're not beating anybody. We're going to find out, I think, a lot about them in the next couple weeks. So their schedule does get tough. So, we covered Monday night. You ready to cover the Sunday night craziness?
Well, let's start with the ugliest jerseys. Good God.
Thank you. Okay, so you actually agree with me on that. Because I was going to ask you about that.
I hated them. I really did not. The Texans' red jerseys was just hideous.
Mike Tirico made a comment, it was even hard to tell the numbers and stuff. It was just like what they had, and I've been very critical of Houston's rebrand. It drives me nuts.
Yes.
But what they had was good, and like their helmets look like Vikings knockoffs. Like it really did. It was awful. So that was one strike against Houston. The other strikes were they forced 5 Jared Goff interceptions and lost. I remember
a Matt Ryan game where he threw like 5 picks and they still won. 5 or 6. But they also I don't think they ever got down by 15.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Well, I'm saying when I don't think the Falcons were down by 15 even with all the picks. That's the game. I have to look that one game up, but it was. Remember, he was awful, and Goff had some really bad moments. Holy cow, he looked bad.
He did, but then the second he turned it over, C.J. Stroud was like, "Okay, I have a wide open guy in the end zone. I'm going to throw it late, and we'll just kind of lob it in there, and I'll let you guys get the ball back." It was like for a guy that was supposed to be an MVP candidate this year, and take that next leap forward.
He's going through that like sophomore slump that you see a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it from him.
I didn't either.
Not with last year. Like, is that what we're going to see with Jaden Daniels next year?
Maybe with Caleb Williams. He's already there. So, but yeah, that was just.
Dude, the Lions are good. The Lions are just.
They're gritty. They find ways to win. It's ugly, but they find. I mean, they didn't have any success running the football this week, and they still found a way to win. Also, because I think Jake Bates, their kicker, made, again, 2 field goals by about this much. I think they grazed the upright.
Was it Mike Tirico that said, luckily they didn't put an extra coat of paint on them because it would have stopped them. Like, it was insane. And it was both uprights because I think one was on the right and the game winner was on the left, like just inside of it.
And the game
one
winner,
of them, I think touched it.
Yeah, that was the game winner. I think it was like a 52-yarder and it touched the top of the upright. Like, I think it would have been good from 70.
Yeah. He's got a leg.
Yeah. So, I mean, I needed Detroit to get beat because Green Bay then could have been 1 game behind, division-wise. But,
yeah,
they find ways to win. They find ways to win. And I don't like it. This is not what Detroit should be doing.
Are they the best team in football right now?
second best. There's one team that has 0 in the loss column, and they also have Mahomes. Until they are beaten when it matters most, they will still be number 1.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, so we talked about them being the best team in football. Where are the New York Jets, as we talked about?
I mean, they're tied for second place in the AFC East, and third and fourth. I guess are the Jets? Have the Jets had their bye week? No,
I don't know.
the Jets. The Jets are, I guess, last in the AFC East right now.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah,
I mean,
3
Rodgers
and 7.
looked bad. Rodgers looked really bad. I had that game on Sunday. He looked bad.
I turned on the Pat McAfee and I saw he was on it today, but I didn't get to hear it because my kids were being children and I couldn't hear what was going on, so I had to give up. But he sounded dejected.
Well, I think it's not all sunshine and rainbows like how we thought it was going to be. And then, then they trade for Devontae Adams. That hasn't worked out good at all.
Nope.
The Jets' defense has looked awful since they fired Robert Saleh. Like, I saw a stat where I think before they fired Saleh, I think they were averaging 16 points a game offensively and giving up like 17, 18 defensively.
Okay.
And now, after firing Saleh, I think they're averaging like 17 points per game offensively, 17 or 18, but they're giving up like 23, 24.
Yeah, that's a losing formula.
Their tackling looked like the Iowas on Friday night. It was so bad. Like, Kyler's balling out, though, too, on the other side. I was
going to say Kyler's got to be in that MVP race conversation right now.
Oh, yeah. I think he's in the fight for the number 2 spot. I think number 1 is by far and away Lamar. But yeah. I think like two on down, I think he can be in that range. Goff, not so much. He's done.
Goff, yeah, that. But he's still winning, dude. Goff is still winning.
I know. I'm not disagreeing with that. I just think MVP wise, though, if you look over his stats like over the last month, it's bad. The completion percentage aside, the yardage and everything, not good. But so if you're the Jets, I just want to say, if you're the Jets, what do you do now? Like, honestly, what do you do?
I don't know.
Like, they're stuck.
At the end of this year, they're trading away pieces. Like,
they have to, much like another team
that we're going to discuss next.
Yeah, and it's Cody. It's going to bring us to our very wonderful favorite segment, our pest of the week.
This week's pest of the week. Let's see who's bringing it up. It's Decorah Pest Control. Decorah Pest Control offers monthly and quarterly services and does residential and commercial pest control, treating for earwig, cockroaches, ants, bed bugs, bees, fleas, box elder bugs, mice, and rats. He also offers termite inspection, and give him a call at 563-419-3251 and tell him the boys at Unrelated Sports Podcast sent you. Yeah, pest of the week. I don't think we've had many players win this award.
No, we have not. But
it's a very high caliber player.
Oh, it is, and a fellow podcast host.
Yeah, Micah Parsons.
Yeah. So the Cowboys' defensive star was finally back after missing games because of what I think an ankle injury, or I can't remember why he was hurt.
Yeah. I don't know how many games he missed, 2 or 3?
Yeah, something like that.
So he wasn't on IR.
No. But so Parsons is back, and the Cowboys get boat raced by Philly, like bad. Now Dak's out for the year. Dak Prescott's now out for the year. He was out for this game as well, so take it for what it's worth. But after the game, a reporter I cannot talk. They ask Micah Parsons a question, quote, "What do you tell people who are wondering if Mike McCarthy will be your coach next year?" And here's a quote from Micah Parsons. "That's above my pay grade if Mike is coaching next year. Mike can leave and go wherever he wants. The guys I kind of feel bad for are the vets like Zach Martin, who might be in their last year or close to it. That's who I wanted to hold the trophy for. You want to win games and do big things with legends like that. Guys who put in more time and work than Mike McCarthy ever did." End quote. So let's see. He's criticizing a guy that has won double-digit games the last 3 years,
Yep.
and I believe. Oh yeah, I know he does. He has a
He has a
street named
street
after him in
named
Green
after him,
Bay.
yep.
Yeah, because what did he do, Cody? What do people? How do people get that in Green Bay? I know you're not a Packers fan, but I know
I'm not
I
a
know you
Packers
know
fan,
this
but I
anyway.
know what there are. 2, 3 streets named after coaches, and that is Lombardi,
Mm-hmm.
McCarthy.
Yep. Do you know number 3?
I don't.
Mike Holmgren.
Oh, duh. Mike
Yeah.
Holmgren.
Yep.
I didn't know
But
that. Winning a Super Bowl gets you winning a Lombardi Trophy gets you a street named after you in Green Bay,
yeah,
Wisconsin.
yeah.
So maybe
So
don't talk about what it takes to win a Super Bowl. Don't talk smack about what it takes to win a Super Bowl about a guy that's won a Super Bowl.
yeah, and a guy that's probably been taking all the bullets for you and your team, while the owner wants to do whatever the heck Jerry does. I mean, maybe.
I actually remember a quote that I don't. It's paraphrased, but like, it was hanging up in. I think it was actually in our Fairway handbook for years, but I remember my boss had it not in there anymore, but my boss had it hanging. Actually, my father-in-law had it hanging up in the back room of our at work, and it said, "If you work for a guy, work for him. Don't speak ill of him. What like when you're working for somebody if you're working for a head coach, take the high road no matter what. You say what you want behind closed doors, but in public, you speak well of him. I mean, this is the guy that, like you said, he's taking bullets for you. He's not going to put blame on any one player. Like whatever, if you miss a block or you miss an assignment, he's going to say it was bad coaching, or he's going to say like, I need to do better coaching. He's not going to say, Mike, I need to throw him under the bus, especially as a Super Bowl winning head coach. Terrible move. And it's terrible for your career. Like, yes, Mike is obviously good enough that it's not going to hurt him, but like, people will remember that.
Mm-hmm. Especially guys in other locker rooms, other coaches. And this is a guy who Mike hasn't gotten that big contract extension yet. Like, he's the one guy in Dallas that didn't get paid because they paid Dak and they paid CeeDee Lamb. But you don't do that in a locker room. Like, it creates division.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, don't get me wrong, McCarthy has his criticisms for a bunch of other things, but
Yeah.
I will say, like, when he was with the Packers, did he ever throw Aaron Rodgers under the bus? No.
Could
He
he
never did
have?
anything like that. Oh yeah, definitely could have. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, he definitely could have.
Yeah.
Could have thrown multiple people under the bus, but he's always just taken the high road and said, "Okay, it's on me."
Yep.
Which, and I will say again, for this game against Philly, your hands are kind of tied. You have no run game because of how Jerry wanted to spend money.
Yeah, and you brought back Zeke, and he's dropping the ball. He looks awful. You don't
Dak's
have
out
your
for the year,
quarterback.
like I said.
Dak's out.
Yep.
You got Cooper Rush. You try out Trey Lance a little bit. He looks bad too.
Yeah. CeeDee Lamb's dropping balls because Jerry decided to build the sun right into your eyes.
Right.
So stupid.
Yeah. And he won't do anything about it. Like it's literally costing him like points, games, maybe. Like could cost him games. I don't know if it has yet, but for press conferences they block it. Why won't they do it for actual games?
Exactly. Like just
it's going to get in the other team's face, but half of the game it's going to get in your team's face.
Yeah, and that's where it's just stupid. But again, Jerry just loves headlines. He's becoming what the Jets are. I mean, what they really used to be, but where they're just there to put butts in seats and generate content. That's all they are.
They don't care about winning. It's just being in the limelight, being talked about.
And now they get to play Houston on Monday night this year.
Absolutely loves. That's true. Texas. I bet he absolutely loves when Stephen A. Smith is talking major smack about them because it's publicity for the Cowboys.
exactly. I mean, you turn on anything on ESPN, which granted, this probably isn't the best gauge of it, but you turn on ESPN and every show has about 5-10 minutes dedicated to the Cowboys just because it's
Yeah.
Dallas. So yeah. So kudos or not kudos. Shout out to Micah Parsons. You are our pest of the week.
What an honor. By the way, I forgot to shout something out earlier. Iowa Hawkeye women's wrestling has also started, and Decorah native, my hometown, my home school, Naomi Simon from Decorah, first four-time women's state champ in Iowa history. She is tearing it up at Iowa right now. I don't know if she's finished a match because she's either tech fault or pinned everybody so far this year. Yeah, so she's coming out of the gate swinging. Before long, she's gonna be a highly ranked wrestler, and she will be a national champ eventually. I don't know about this year, just because God, what's the name of the girl above her? There's a girl actually in women's wrestling. They can have in tournaments. They can have two from each weight, so like it could be two Hawkeyes in the Natties, and
Okay.
there's like a world under 23 gold medalist in her way above her right now. But anyway,
Okay.
forgot to shout that out earlier. I had to bring it back.
No, that's all. It's all good. Got to shout out the hometown. So
Heck yeah.
okay, so back to we're finish off the late games. Chargers beat the Titans. Justin Herbert actually looks good. I hate to say that, but he actually does look good.
He's not like been fantastic. Like he's been playing very good. He's not having to do anything. Like he's not having to put the team on his back and try to win games. He's not doing anything stupid.
He's playing Jim Harbaugh quarterback football. It's just it's what he's asked of all of his quarterbacks, whether it be Kaepernick, Smith, McCarthy, you name it. It's just it's what he does.
Luck.
Yeah, Luck was special though. He did other stuff.
Yeah, Luck was a generational talent, kind of like this. The quarterback that wasn't playing, that's supposed to be, you've said is generational. I'm skipping a couple games, but it just worked out for me.
Do they win that game if Sunshine plays? We're talking about the Vikings and Jags.
I don't necessarily think so. Like, it's a completely different game if he is, because you don't know, like, if they score a touchdown, the Vikings might be a little bit more aggressive, I guess, at some points, and it
they
changes
were
the game
still, but yeah.
Yes, they weren't good, but
no, Sam Darnold is. I think he's turned back into a pumpkin.
He's turned back into Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I think Vikings fans are finally starting to realize that this is actually him.
This is why he's been bounced around, and
did you see it after Mac Jones' third pick? What Cam Bynum did for his interception celebration? He did an ode to that Ray Gun, the Australian breakdancer who just retired. He did one of her dances.
I did see that. Yes,
that was pretty sweet.
I'll
give him credit. That was pretty sweet. But yeah, I mean, Minnesota still wins. They're finding ways to win. 7-2. You need probably 3 wins to get into the playoffs in the NFC. 3 more.
Yeah,
I think 10. Maybe I think 10 should get you in. But yeah, Minnesota just keeps finding ways to win. However, their counterparts in the NFC North, who also have a generational generational talent at quarterback. Cody, how are things in Chicago right now?
Well, I do know that I've seen the meme pointed around that Caleb Williams texted Tory Taylor that you won't need to punt much this year. He was wrong, because Tory Taylor has punted for more yards than Caleb Williams has thrown for this year. That's not a good stat.
He's on his way to the Hall of Fame. He's building his Hall of Fame career already. And by that, I mean Tory Taylor, not Caleb. But yeah, so Chicago decided, you know what? We're going to make a change. They're not going to fire their head coach, who they should have after last year. They're going to change offensive coordinators instead. And they fired Shane Waldron, which I don't know. Part of me is a little worried because sometimes teams fire coaches or coordinators and they gives them a jolt, and they play Green Bay this week.
It gave the Saints a jolt.
That is true. That is very true. I mean, I will say kudos to New England. I don't know how they did it, but they got another win with Drake May.
Yeah.
Not nothing against Drake May, but they got another win with him at quarterback. Good for them and Gerard Mayo. But like you said with the Saints, they beat Atlanta. I don't get Atlanta. I don't get the NFC South. It was supposed to be a good division, and now they all just look, I don't know, meh.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best word for it.
Like, I still think Tampa's the best team in that division. They just find ways to lose close games. Also, if you're Kirk Cousins, did you watch the end of that game? Like, the final, sequence of that game? So Atlanta has,
yes.
20,
yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they have 24 seconds left or something like that. Throw a ball to get within about 3 yards, so it's 4th and 3. Clock's winding down. Kirk Cousins is taking a sweet time trying to direct traffic and everything instead of just running something quick and trying to get the first down. And then they run a check down on 4th and 3. Don't even make it to the line of scrimmage or get out of bounds and the game's over.
Yeah, that's a terrible way to lose a game, and that's not as bad as when the Dolphins threw it out of bounds against Indianapolis on the final play, but it's close.
I know something that might be worse. I mean, I don't know if this has happened, but let's just say a team did that with the playoffs on the line, like they're like a playoff game on the line. They might have. Oh wait, it was quarterbacked by Kirk Cousins. It was Minnesota. Yeah, so I'm sensing a theme here, but yeah, I don't know how. I still don't know how New Orleans won that game. I really don't.
Because Darren Rizzi is. I like him, dude.
Yeah, I saw it.
He's animated. He was another former Dolphins coach. He was.
Oh, really? He was on the Dolphins too?
Yep.
Did not know that.
He was very animated there. God, he was fun to watch. Like I bet I could search through my phone and find some memes of his faces.
Nice.
But yeah.
Okay, so another weird game. Much like how the Lions threw 5 picks and won, the Niners missed 3 field goals and still beat Tampa.
Yeah, I think things were getting a little heated there too because was it
Debo?
Debo pushed the long snapper and gave him
and then also got into it with Jake Moody. Yeah, everything's great in San Fran.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, did you see Baker's move, his throw on 4th down with Nick Bosa holding his arm with the game on the line?
Yes.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah. I like Baker, dude. He's
still got that dog in him. Cleveland should never have moved off him. But
nope. He's better than what they got.
Buffalo.
By a long shot.
Kind of handled Indy. They won by 10.
Yeah. It was a bigger, it wasn't as close as this final score.
No. Flacco looked bad. He looked really bad.
Yeah.
But I think he's still starting again this week.
I mean, yeah, it's. I don't know. I don't know what you can do. Did Richardson give up on you guys too? Because maybe they'll ask Richardson, "Hey, we want you to take the game ball back," and
yeah,
I'm good. I know. Austin bought a jersey of mine. I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
He sent me a snap before the game. It was, do I wear my retired, my benched, or my cut jersey?
Nice.
That sucks.
Yeah, no, I can understand that from a couple of jerseys that I have. You just kind of, sometimes you don't. They're just something you just don't wear anymore.
I've gotten to the point where Tua was an exception, but I will only buy retired jerseys. If I go to a game, I'm wearing a Marino jersey.
Okay. See, I'm the opposite.
I have Cameron Wake.
I'll buy jerseys of just players that I like. I like their personalities, just like them in general. Or, whenever I go to a Packers game, I wear my John Kuhn jersey. Because, Cody, what are fullbacks?
Fullbacks are people, too.
Thank you.
Um, I guess I every jersey I want is now a former Dolphin. Because I want to get a Jason Taylor and a Zach Thomas jersey. So
Okay. At least you don't have as bad of luck as Ashton getting Knicks jerseys, because every Knicks jersey that he gets, the player's gone within the next year.
yeah,
Like they get
sounds
traded or
about
something
right.
stupid happens. But hey, I will say one thing. I guess I was supposed to issue an apology because I believe I might have said some words about getting some advice for Joe Flacco.
Yeah,
So I would like to say I do apologize for absolutely nothing.
love it.
I have nothing to
Thank
apologize for.
thank you, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep. Let's see. Okay, what game do you want? We have 3 games
Well,
left.
let's go. You just talked smack about basically talked smack to Catman. Let's go to his game. Did they get gypped? Did the Commanders get gypped on that? That should have been a first down. I don't know
Oh,
I don't know if they win the game because of that or not, but
they would have had a better chance. Would have been in field goal range.
yeah,
But now, granted, they shouldn't have jumped off sides on the following Pittsburgh possession on 4th and 1. That was stupid, especially when you're right over the ball. But did you see that catch that George Pickens made, like on their opening touchdown?
yes,
That was good.
that
That
was
was
very
really,
good.
really good for a guy.
He's made some very good plays.
He did. He also suplexed a guy, I think, during one of Russ's interceptions, which was interesting. Very interesting choice to do. But I mean, Russ, stats numbers wise weren't great, but
They're winning,
they keep
man.
finding ways to win. And now they play
What are they?
Baltimore this week, which
6-2,
is 7-2.
7-2.
Yeah, 2 more
Wow.
wins and they're in the playoffs. Just
Yeah,
based on how the AFC is looking. And I will say, Jane Daniels didn't play bad. He didn't have any passing touchdowns, but that's because all of his guys kept getting caught at the 1-yard line.
yeah.
I know because I had a deep bomb to Terry McLaurin that I was hoping was going to be 10 extra fantasy points, and it didn't land that way. I hate fantasy football, Cody. I hate fantasy football.
You and me both. Actually, I've won a couple games in a row now, but still, I think I'm like 10th in my 12-man league, so
Nice.
things aren't going good.
Yeah. On the flip side, we talked about them a little bit earlier. Things are still going very, 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 very good for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. Even when they look like they shouldn't win, they win.
Yeah, on a blocked field goal. A 35-yarder that was blocked.
Yep. Like
I
the
don't know.
camera was like following where the ball was supposed to be, and there was no ball.
Yeah. Well, I was watching something yesterday morning, I think it was yesterday morning, that the Chiefs had actually gotten pressure from that direct side, from that particular member of the field goal team for Denver. They had gotten pressure twice already prior to that. And then they finally get home the third time and then win the game.
Yep.
So,
insane.
yeah, they just keep winning. That's all I got.
Like you said, they're the best team in the NFL until somebody else proves that they aren't. And so
Yep.
far,
Nobody else can. And then we had a game in Germany where, we've been mentioning decor a little bit on this podcast. Cody, who had a big game on Sunday morning?
Decorah native Josie Jewell also went to the same elementary / Catholic school that I went to. His mom was my favorite teacher, so shout out to Mrs. Jewell.
Good job earning brownie points. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, he had. Well, he had he swatted a ball that got caught anyway. That was crazy.
But then the next play, didn't he have the pick?
It was on that drive. He had a pick.
Yeah.
And it didn't even look like he knew he picked the ball off until it was like in his like it was between his bicep, and he's like, "Oh, that's mine now." Like,
yep.
And then he
That
had
was sweet.
a fumble recovery to seal it
On the first play of overtime. Like, I felt so bad for Tyrone Tracy because he'd had a very good game beforehand. But yeah, just gets
Nobody's
the
gonna
ball
remember
punched
that.
from behind him. I don't think I remember him having the ball punched from behind him. And then, yeah, Jewell recovers. Carolina kicks a field goal 4 plays later, and they have 3 wins. And Daniel Jones sucks.
That's 2 more wins than I thought they would get this year.
I think it's about what I had them at. It was about one or 2 wins, yeah.
Daniel Jones, he fleeced the city of New York by getting a contract at all.
Must be a quarterback then in New York, just doing that. But
like he's an athletic guy, but he's not a quarterback.
No.
I don't know what he could be, but
Taysom Hill?
I think that's a disservice to Taysom Hill, but
a poor man's Taysom Hill?
They both got paid a lot.
Yeah. Jones just a little bit more than Taysom did, but
not that much. Taysom got a big contract for what his position is.
That is very true. That is very true. Okay, I will say one thing on the flip side, going back to Carolina. What does this mean for Bryce Young? Getting 2 big wins. I know it's over bad teams, but it's still 2 big wins.
It's two wins in the NFL, man. Like that, dude. He didn't look bad. He didn't look great, but he didn't look bad.
No, he didn't. He wasn't making any stupid mistakes that he was making earlier in the year.
I really liked their jersey/helmet. Like they look.
Now those look clean.
Those look really good.
Looked nice.
I like the matte black helmet, and I did not like the Jacksonville Jaguars icy white thing going on. That was hideous.
Somebody said they didn't know Mac Jones was playing for UCF.
It looked better than when they did that gold and black helmet.
Oh my
That was
gosh,
probably one of the ugliest things ever, but
yeah, that was awful. But yeah, and I'm not usually a guy for matte helmets. I like the glossy, shiny.
I like
but
matte.
That one looked good. That one looked really good, especially matte meshed well with the blue, with the Carolina blue that they got. So I mean, hey, we sent a product over to Germany, and it actually didn't look like it caused World War III. So that's good.
No, Germany got what they deserved, but it was 2 bad teams playing fun to watch football.
Yep.
At times.
Yep, that's a good way to look at it.
So they were equally matched teams.
Yep. Nope. That's a fair assessment. Yeah. 2 very equally matched teams that just happen to both be very bad.
Yeah.
So that is our week. What is it? What was that? Week 10?
Nope.
Yeah. Or
nope.
What?
Nope.
What? Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I forgot one game.
Andy.
That was a Sunday recap.
It's not like it was a good game or anything. It was a Sunday recap, but
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Heavens.
Sorry. My bad.
The game
I'm out of it today.
Most excited to talk about.
I know. You can tell how excited I was. Holy cow! What a game between Baltimore and Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I still didn't realize that Jamar Chase had that many receiving yards. I think he's still running right now, but
234. Oh, is it something more than that?
Oh, I thought it was in the 70s.
Was it? It might have been 260. I don't know. 268. I don't.
Nope, sorry, I was wrong. 264. Sorry.
264. Okay.
Yeah, still a lot.
That's a lot of yards.
Our condolences to anybody who had to go up against Jamar Chase, Lamar Jackson, or Joe Burrow in fantasy football. I'm one of them.
I believe one of our chip guys that we talked to, Dave, he has I think he has Lamar and Jamar on his team. So whoever played him, my condolences.
Yeah, because that's kind of rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for those who didn't see it, it's a very kind of slow start to the game. It was 14-7 at halftime. Cincinnati was leading, and then the third quarter happened, and it was fireworks left and right.
Yeah, there was a lot of big play. I don't know if you guys know this. Lamar Jackson, he's pretty good at this football thing.
I know, but I thought he was a running back. I didn't think he was.
He looked like it at times, man. That one that I don't know. Did he go down to the one? Did he score a touchdown? We're like running on the sideline, and then he.
Oh yeah, that was
insane.
That was nice.
And he's got patience too. Like he's just so good with the football in his hands.
Well, and what was crazy is Cincinnati goes up 21-7 after Jamar caught another big touchdown. and then Baltimore gets a Derrick Henry touchdown, and then they come back and Lamar throws that one pass to Tylan Wallace on the sideline, and then Wallace shakes off like 4 defenders or something like that, like just poor tackling by Cincinnati, and then Justin Tucker missed an extra point, but that's neither here nor there. And then Baltimore comes back, takes the lead. Cincinnati responds with the big bomb to Jamar Chase, and then Baltimore says, "You know what? We're going to go back down and score instead." Under 2 minutes left. And then we get to the controversy, the one little controversy from this game, where Chase scores again. Cincinnati goes for 2.
Yep.
First question for you. Did you like the decision to go for 2?
Yes.
With 38 seconds left. Okay, I did too.
Yes.
Just the way Baltimore was moving the ball.
If you're at home, you play for the tie. You play for overtime. On the road, you play for the win.
I'm of the mindset I would have played for the win anyway, just because of how the defenses were playing on both sides. So that was the first that was the first thing they did. Then they run a route concept where Jamar Chase wasn't even option 1 or 2.
Right. Like by far
sense.
Your best receiver, best player.
Yeah.
Get him, put the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and instead they run a play designed for a backup tight end, I believe. Stupid.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the bad part. The bad part was not 1, not 2, but 3 face masks might have been missed on Baltimore on that play.
Yeah, I don't think that might have been. They were just outright missed. Like there was 2 at once. Like it's not like they weren't right next to the ball, because one of them was the quarterback, which I will give a lot of credit to Joe Burrow. He is not whiny. Like he does not do what Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers does and like beg for or like complain to get calls. He just takes it, and dude should ask for some calls once in a while, because he deserves that.
The superstar quarterback that he is. I mean, it's just
he's gonna get some of them.
Yeah, I think it'll be coming eventually. Well, and you think though that he would get those considering his injury history, like they'd be a little bit more protective of him. But again, you would think the same thing with like Tua and getting all the headshots that he would take, that he would get extra protection. But what a game though! The only bad part for Cincinnati, they're 4-6, so they're still on the outside looking in.
Yep, they're. I think the 8, like if playoffs started today, they're outside looking in. Oh, I think maybe 8th and 9th is Indianapolis, and then 10th is the Dolphins.
Yeah, so it's like they don't quite have to run the table to make the playoffs, but it's close. Like they can only afford maybe one slip up.
Every game is very important now.
Yeah. But yeah, the last couple Thursday night games we've gotten have been pretty good.
They have the same win or losses as the Dolphins do.
Just one more win.
Yep.
But yeah, how about that? And actually a good Thursday night football game. So that's
very good Thursday night. Very good. It was really the primetime games were all pretty good.
And then the early window wasn't necessarily bad. I mean, the football wasn't necessarily great, but you had close games at least throughout. The late window was awful. Absolutely awful. Well, Cody, anything else you want to touch on from this past week of football?
No, I think I'm good there.
Okay. Well, now to the business at hand, where I still can't freaking gain on you to save my life. As we bring you to our weekly pick segment, brought to you by Zip and Zoobs Detailing, who offers a cleaning service for your vehicle, whether it be just your regular street car or any ag equipment that you may have. Give the guys a call at 563-380-9772 to set up your detailing appointment today. How'd you like that? Was that pretty good?
That was good. I can also hear the bitterness of the fact that you did not gain any ground on me again this week.
My gosh.
I bet going into the Monday night game, you were positive you were going to be pulling it within 8.
In all honesty, though, I wasn't. I really did. I don't know. I right before the game was getting to kick off, something was in my mind. It was like Sunday night where I thought Houston was actually going to win. Just something popped in my mind of like, I think the Dolphins are actually going to win this game.
But and I also want to let the viewers know Andy did switch one of his picks. He did tell me about it beforehand. It is a pussy move, but he did it anyway. So he didn't lose any ground this week, but he didn't gain any. He's still 10 games back.
Yeah, because with the Trevor Lawrence injury, I switched the Vikings-Jaguars pick to the Vikes.
I at least gave like a, hey, if he's not going to be playing, what? That's just me. I'm better than you, obviously.
Hey, I at least told you that I did it.
You did tell me.
Than just doing it, so I just
You
wanted to
did
give
tell
you a
me.
heads up. Okay, smart guy. Let's go to Thursday night's game, which is actually a very good game. Washington at Philly. Any day.
I'm gonna go. You know, maybe this is why I'm beating you by 10 is because I take the extra second to think of who I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Hometown in Philly.
I'm gonna be joining
in Philly.
I'm gonna be joining you on that. I mean, Washington, big loss at home last week. Short week now. I know it's not a long drive, obviously, from DC to Philly, but
right.
Jalen Hurts is looking good too. Like, kind of not quite MVP like, but he's looking. He's starting to play better ball. Okay,
dude, I'm gonna say.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna say there's like a lot of not big decisions this week.
Oh, you're already.
There's a lot of them. I'm looking through them a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, the next game on the docket is the Packers at the Bears.
Bears still suck.
So you're taking the Bears?
Packers one. Yeah, never in a million years.
Yeah, I am also taking the Packers.
Jags at the Lions. My gosh, you're right.
Well,
this is an awful slate.
Is Trevor Lawrence playing, or I'm just?
I think he's done for the year. Yeah, I think he's done for the year anyway. But in all honesty, I think they said they're going to sit him out probably the rest of the year.
Are they? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Lions by a million.
Yep.
That's the exact game that they win. I like the Jaguars win, but like I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah. Okay, on paper this one looks like a blowout.
Right.
Why can I see Tennessee actually keeping this really close against Minnesota?
I mean, yeah. Levis. How many different teams have went away from their quarterback and then had to go back to them this year?
1, 2. Are we talking about just because of benching or because of like injury?
Either.
Okay, just benching.
And then.
Okay. Well, because I mean, like Miami, they went back to Tua. So if you want, that's what I mean. If you want to include that, there.
I don't. But like.
Okay. So we got 2 with like Carolina and Tennessee.
I thought there was another one. Oh, I was just thinking that they were going to go back to. I was thinking the Colts were going back to Richardson, but that hasn't happened yet.
Did the Raiders go back to Minshew?
They did. I don't know if they're still at him.
Yeah, so that might be maybe one, but
anyway,
or another one. So yeah, I mean, I'll roll with the Vikes. I don't know though. Yeah. Part of me just has a sneaky suspicion that game's going to be ugly and close, kind of like the last game against Jacksonville was.
I am also taking the Vikings.
Okay. Next.
Vegas at Miami. I'm taking the Dolphins.
Yep, same here. Rams, Patriots.
I guess that should have been. I'm taking the Rams. They're reeling, but
I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Okay.
West Coast team going east for early kickoff. I'm going to regret this, but I don't know. We're going down swinging right now. Okay, this one might actually be a tough one.
Cleveland at New Orleans.
Jameis Winston revenge game. Give me the Brownies.
I'm taking the Saints.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to do on that game. It's not a good game. Much like this next one. Colts, Jets.
God, what are these? The two oldest quarterbacks in the NFL?
Yep.
As of right now, I'm having more faith in Flacco.
What scares me is I think Jonathan Taylor could easily run for like 300 yards. Okay, maybe not that much, but I could see him having a big game on the ground. I could equally see, though, Breece Hall having the same thing because the Colts' rush defense is not good. We'll give him one more shot. Give me the JETS. A lot of confidence in that pick there, Cody.
Oh, yeah. Like, the earlier games were a lot easier to pick. Now they're...
Yeah.
It's still
We're
the
moving
same
down the
slate of
pecking order.
games, but...
Yeah. Baltimore, Pittsburgh. The baddest rivalry in the NFL.
Oh, you got to pick this one first because I picked the last one first.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
I've already picked my team, huh?
Baltimore.
Yeah, I also have Baltimore.
Yeah. Okay. Falcons, Broncos.
I'm rooting for the Falcons, but I'm gonna take the Falcons.
I'm gonna take Denver. I just think that defense might. I think they're gonna give Cousins some trouble.
I get it.
No confidence in that either, but
no.
Okay. Seahawks, Niners.
Yeah, the Seahawks just let go of their leading tackler for the season. And the Dolphins picked him up. What was his name?
Because I guess I didn't hear about that.
Tyrell Dodson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't know what happened there, but he was literally their leading tackler this season.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but
okay.
Give me the Niners.
Yep, same here. I mean, Purdy did look good against Tampa. And they've already beaten the Seahawks once.
Division game could be anything, but
yeah.
Do you see the favorite in this one?
Holy shoot! Like, what's the next game, Cody?
The Chiefs at the Bills.
A lot of people are on Buffalo. I can't do it. I can't do it, Cody. I can't pick against him. I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't pick the Bills in good conscience.
Yeah, that's understandable too. But the one side has Mahomes.
Yeah,
I'm
taking the Chiefs. Like it's just. I really hope I'm wrong on that one.
You hope Buffalo wins?
No. I don't know.
You hope I'm right. Yeah.
I don't know because I don't want to see the Chiefs go undefeated.
You're hoping for a tie.
But Buffalo's going to win the division.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs are going to win their division. So that game doesn't really have any importance to me.
Okay, that's true.
I just
that's
hate Buck Buffalo, but I don't want the Chiefs to go on. No.
Yep. Okay, that's understandable.
Football's stupid.
Okay. Sunday night, Cincinnati at the Chargers.
It's a primetime game, and it's two of the NFL's favorite quarterbacks to get behind there. They're gonna hype it up. Give me the Bengals.
Same. I'm not a believer in the Chargers. They haven't beaten anybody. If you just look at their wins, they really haven't beaten anybody. Oh boy!
I think everybody in the nation is taking this.
Here's the only thing why I'm halfway tempted to pick Dallas. Cody, what's my favorite stat about teams who will play the Lions?
Teams that have played the Lions have not won the next game yet. That is, I forgot about that, but
Dallas is at home too, and they're awful at home this year.
And no, they're just awful. But
yeah,
it's interstate rivalry.
I'll
go with
Houston.
Football.
Yeah, I'll go with Houston.
I'm also taking.
I am really curious to see how this works, though, because if Houston gets beat, I'm picking against whoever played Detroit in the previous week now, minus my team. when we play Detroit on the week after Thanksgiving. But oh my word, I don't
insane.
know. I don't know how.
Who do the
I don't know how.
Lions play on Thanksgiving this year?
The Bears.
Oh.
So, in other words, America, have fun with your families. Don't watch the first 2 games on Thanksgiving because it's Chicago and Detroit, and then the Giants and the Cowboys. So there's only one game you need to watch, and that's the Sunday Night Football game.
That's what they call that is the Unrelated Sports Podcast game.
Exactly, which will be coming to you live from Lambeau Field. Not really, but I can dream on that.
You can dream.
That would be pretty sweet if we did that. We'll do it on Madden. We'll come to you live from Lambeau on Madden.
Live from Lambeau on Madden from 2019 because that's the newest Madden I have.
Okay.
I don't remember. 21? Maybe Madden 21.
Okay, we can make it happen. I can still play with Jordan Love on that game, so we can make it happen.
Yeah, that was his first year. That's why I bought it.
Nice.
Because that was his first year also.
That's true. And that great 2020 draft class.
Yes,
for multiple, not just quarterback wise, multiple reasons. No. But yeah, so there is our weekly pick segment, which I am maybe just slightly salty on. But it might be brought to you by Morton's salt next week. We'll see where we're at.
Well, Andy, after he watches the Dolphins-Packers game, he'll probably going to be having to watch a movie by the name of Dumb and Dumber. Just FYI.
Yeah, I know. That's our bet. I might then watch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure right after that, just because
that's fine.
I do want to see that movie again, but
in reality, I'm probably going to watch Bill and Ted's just because I've planned on watching it forever. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, highly recommend the movie.
I highly recommend Dumb and Dumber, but I'm not against watching it like you are. I don't know why you're against watching one of the goats.
Just out of spite. That's why. Out of spite right now. That's why. Okay. Cody, we got one more segment left in our wonderful podcast. Our 1-year anniversary podcast here.
Oh, that's true.
I know. So happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, buddy.
Yeah.
Usually I say that to women. Happy anniversary. Just one woman, really, but see, that's
I don't get to say it. I don't get to say it to anybody. So
well, you can say it to your favorite actress.
Oh, why would that be, Cody?
This week we are doing we've done our top 5 favorite actors. We are the #1 sports podcast or women's sports podcast, so why not bring some actresses into the fray here?
Some love to the ladies, per se.
Heck yeah.
So, as always, before we dive in, our top 5 is brought to you by the boys at Lick Tags Lawn Care, who, as many of you know already, Lick Tags specialize in complete lawn maintenance and health, snow and ice control, and small engine repairs. Cody, quick question for you. Have you gotten your leaves taken care of yet?
No.
My brother.
I don't really have many.
Oh, okay. You lucky son of a gun. Good for you, because Austin and I took care of that yesterday. Very
nice.
Fun day.
Oh, yeah.
Not really.
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah. But for any of you that may have any lawn care questions or soon to be snow questions, give the guys a call at 563-203-4238 and tell them that the boys at the Unrelated Sports Podcast sent you there.
Remember, there's no business like snow business.
Yeah. What he said.
From the movie Out Cold.
Never seen the movie.
I wouldn't have expected you to.
Good.
None of my favorite actresses are in it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, start us off, Cody.
I'm going to give you my... Before we start my top 5, I'm going to start with like my best of the rest, my 6th, 7th, and 8th are Scarlett Johansson, Julia Roberts, and Meryl Streep.
Ooh. Okay, those are good ones.
Yeah, they're my best of the rest. I love all those ladies. So it's not only women that I have a crush on, because yes, I have. Meryl Streep is the only one of those that I don't have a crush on, but still. And actually, she's the only one in the top on my list that I don't.
Oh my gosh.
But do you have a
That's
best
not
of the
bad
rest, or
no. Nope. We're just gonna
okay?
we'll just dive in.
We'll go. We will go with my number 5 is I've had a crush on her for a long time. Since I was watching her hanging out.
Down the street.
The street.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Mia Kunis. Ashton Kutcher is one lucky man.
Yes, he is. Good for him. I mean, really, just good.
I just imagine the movie Black Swan. One of I had like 2 scenes in the movie I really watched, but it was her and another one of my favorite actresses. Were like making out in it. It was really awesome.
Nice. Okay, my number 5. You've seen the movie Wedding Crashers, I assume?
Yeah. Isla Fisher?
Yeah, Isla Fisher. That's where we're going.
Nice. Isla Fisher.
Yeah, she's also in the movie Tag. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Yeah,
either.
it's a good movie.
Yeah, she's in that movie too. Very funny as well.
She was also in a movie with Ryan Reynolds, my favorite actor. Definitely Maybe.
Okay, never seen the movie, but I will take your word for it.
Yeah, she's a good actress.
Okay.
Number 4, lady known as Sandy B. Sandra Bullock.
Oh, okay.
You uncultured swine.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cody.
You should be. I'll try to forgive you.
Okay, my number 4. It's kind of a throwback, like crush type deal.
Yeah.
Melissa Joan Hart.
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yep. She was also on a show called Melissa and Joey. It was on
Melissa
ABC
and Joey,
Family.
Yep.
With
Joey Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
Never watched that one, but I do know of
it. Yeah. Nah, I recently binge watched that, and it's good. It's funny.
Maybe I'll look into it someday.
Yeah.
Number 3 is definitely a man crush. Just a crush that I've had for a long time. She plays a character in my favorite franchise, Emma Watson.
Oh. Cody, we have the same number 3.
Nice.
She's pretty.
Hermione Granger.
She's also very smart.
Yeah, she is.
Very, very smart.
Also played Belle in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, you're right.
Live action.
Yep.
Great actress.
Yeah, you and I have the same number 3. I don't have anything else to add.
Nice. She's gorgeous. Hermione Granger. My number 2 is a wide range of movies, actually. I like her a lot. She was also in a very good franchise. Jennifer Lawrence.
Ooh.
Hunger Games.
She's expecting another child, by the way.
Is she?
Yeah. Just FYI.
Gorgeous. She was in what movie? There was a movie I just watched with her in it not too long ago. Pretty funny. Pretty stupid, but...
yeah. Wasn't that... I know what you're talking about.
She beat the crap out of a guy while she was butt naked on the beach.
Yeah. I know what movie you're talking about. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I can't
remember it. My number 2, I'm going to stick with your first name, at least, that you had there. But Jennifer Aniston.
You know, she should have been one of my best of the rest, but I kept her off it.
Yeah.
She is gorgeous.
Rachel Green from Friends. She's just ultra talented. So yes, she's number 2.
Huh. I just thought of my number 1 is also on a very big franchise. Natalie Portman.
Oh. Okay.
She was Padme in Star Wars.
Oh, she was in. Oh, okay. Didn't
she
know that.
was
Obviously, Big Star Wars
You
guy
wa-
here, so did not know
Did
any of that.
did you only watch like the original trilogy and not the new?
Yes.
You didn't watch 1, 2, and 3. She was in 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, I got you. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
She played
Am I
Darth Vader's wife.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Before he went dark. Ish.
Like, Cody, do you have an idea who my number one is? I know I ask you this every week, but do you have an idea?
Was she in my Best of the Rest? Then no.
No.
I thought it might be ScarJo.
No. It's my celebrity crush. It's Selena Gomez.
Oh,
yes,
duh.
she is an actress. Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
know her from Wizards of Waverly Place.
Nope.
I love her in Only Murders in the Building, which is on Hulu. Very good
Never
show.
seen it.
You should. It's very funny. Again, very weird combo between her, Steve Martin, and Martin Short. But no, it's Selena. She's number one. It's not even close. On
And
my
Natalie
list, at
Portman's
least.
always my biggest crush. So Jessica Alba was always up there too, but
Oh,
she's fun.
yeah. Yeah, forgot about that one, too.
Actress, she wasn't great, but she was hot.
She's hot. Yeah, she was hot.
Is hot. I'm sure she's still gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, is. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I saw a picture of her. I think she was, I don't know if she was at like a Lakers game or she was at something the other night where it's like, yep, she still got it. Good for her.
She was like my throughout college. She was my computer background for like all
Nice.
2.5 years I was there.
Hey, by the way, I did think of one Best of the Rest. Another lady who is aged like a fine wine. Selma Hayek.
She did age very well.
Yeah. Also a very good actress, but
Mm-hmm.
yep. So I did think of at least one Best of the Rest.
Penelope Cruz is another one.
Ooh.
I mean, I could probably just like start thinking of actresses I've liked.
Yeah.
I like a lot of actresses, but
Yep.
yeah.
No, same here. So yeah, our love to the ladies on our, I mean, guess with it being our anniversary and whatnot, why not?
Exactly.
We'll get some love
Happy
here.
anniversary to you, Natalie Portman.
You as well, Selena Gomez. You as well. So, I guess, Cody, can you believe that we made it 1 year?
That's crazy. It's been fun. Thanks for sticking by us, people. It's been fun. We're going to continue doing it.
Yep. We appreciate everybody that's been on this ride with us from the beginning and everybody that we picked up along the way.
Yeah. And we'll only get better.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's hard to beat perfection, but we've definitely improved. I don't want to go back and listen to our first episode because I can't stand my voice, but
same. But
you can't
we have made
you can't stand.
We have made marginal improvements or major improvements. That's everything's whatnot. And I mean, again, we've had fun with our segments that we've had recurring.
Yep.
When I've remembered to answer, questions from our listeners, and then when I get to just poke fun at you every week, so it's fun.
Yeah. And just think of all the terrible food takes that Andy's had. It's been great.
Great food takes. Nothing's terrible. Actually, no, we have been told we are the Terrible Take podcast. So
that's true. So I think it's based on your food.
Probably is. But Cody, there's only one thing left to say. Hold on, before you get there. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, rate, review, tell your friends.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Yeah, what he said. But yeah, Cody, there's only one thing left to say, and it's something we've been saying for 52 weeks now.
The Dolphins will be better next week because I think they're going to have him back. Alec Ingold, he was not there on this weekend. Our run game suffered because of it. Fullbacks are people too.
You heard the man. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we will catch you next week.
Peace.